Hey, how's it going? So Nikon has just come out with a firmware update for the Nikon Zf. It is the 2.0. I got the Nikon Zf right here. A lot of cool stuff that has been updated. Huge update. But one of the things that I've really been interested in is the Nikon Zf is able to connect with the Nikon imaging cloud, which allows us to do a couple different things like backing up your images, things like that on the cloud. What seems to be cool is that through the Nikon imaging cloud, you can now download and add film recipes to your Nikon Zf. I thought this was something that Nikon was really missing out on. When they introduced the Nikon Zf, they should have had some vintage stuff right away. But now through the Nikon imaging cloud, you can download these onto your camera and use them. So today I've gone on there and downloaded about 7 different ones, and I thought I'd wander around my neighborhood and try them out and see what I can do. And then at the end of the video, I will let you know what I thought about the whole process. I've already done it at home today, and it was not as easy as I would like it to have been, but I'll go through that at the end of the video. But for now, I'm just gonna go for about a 2-hour walk here, see if I can give you guys examples of about 7 different ones that I picked, and let you know what you think. Okay, so yeah, let's go for a walk. Yes, that was tons of fun. Got out with the Nikon Zf here, testing out the new update, 2.0. And what I was really testing out was the new film simulations that they have available now for the Zf. Now these are through what is called the Nikon Imaging Cloud, which is an online service. I basically went on my computer, signed up for the account. They have a gallery there of different film simulations that you can pick from. You put them in your favorite folder, and then you hook up your camera to your computer through Wi-Fi, and then you can get them on your camera. In theory, this is all great, super simple, nice and quick, but in actuality, when I tried it, I was quite frustrated. Going through the website, signing up is not that difficult. It's a pain, you have to sign up for something new again. Going through the gallery and looking at the different film simulations they have, what I thought was really cool was that they were really pushing forward the creators that helped contribute to this. So when you go to the page that has the film simulations, you're actually greeted first by all the different creators that helped contribute to this, which I thought that was really cool of Nikon to put them forward in this little step of pushing out these film simulations to customers. It was really nice to show these people's faces that are involved in it. Thought it was great. And then as you scroll down, you can see examples of the different film simulations with all the details and everything there. Unfortunately, they only show 1 example image per film simulation, so it's kind of hard to really judge what it's going to look like in different environments and that. But you do get to have 9 different film simulations in your camera at one time. So it's not the biggest issue in the world if 1 or 2 of them really don't turn out the way you like. But it would have been nicer if they had at least 4 or 5 different, examples of what photos would look like shot with that film simulation. But there is a very good variety of film simulations. Some of them are very light, very subtle changes. Some of them are quite heavy-handed, but that's going to happen. You know, people have different styles. So I thought that was cool. The website is nice. It's not too difficult to navigate. Could be easier. I mean, you know, every time you come back, it has to reload. That's a bit of wasted time and things like that. But what I found was when I was trying to put the simulations onto my Nikon Zf, it was kind of needlessly, you know, cumbersome, and I found it quite annoying. I'm not a tech savvy person. You know, I grew up in the internet revolution and all that stuff. I've been using computers my whole life. I'd like to think I know what I'm doing once in a while on the internet, but I found it a little bit difficult to understand, not too intuitive to get the film simulations onto my camera to use in the end. I just found it difficult, more difficult than it needed to be, and I almost gave up in the end, which sucks. But I did, yes, eventually get them on the camera, and once they're on there, you know, super easy to use. You just go in your menu, change it up as you go through, and you can see as you're shooting, so it's really cool. You can use them with the video and the photos as well. So I think, you know, for people that this is great for is people starting out photography who don't maybe know editing very well, don't want to play with things after effects in Photoshop and that. Great, you know, it worked great. While I was shooting, they look great. I like them in different situations. They look better than others, but hey, that's just how it goes. I do recommend though, if you're going to use these, shoot RAW plus JPEG. If you just shoot JPEG, then you're just going to get the film simulation version. But if you shoot RAW plus JPEG, you get both. If you just shoot RAW, you don't get anything. It won't go onto the RAW files because they're RAW, so you have to do both. So make sure you shoot RAW plus JPEG, and you'll get them both, and you can play with them afterwards, and you can kind of play with them as you need. I always like to have the RAW file whenever I'm shooting. A lot of people walking by here. This is a very busy park, but it's all good. Video, it seems that you can just burn it into the video, which is great because color grading sucks. For a lot of people, I'm still learning how to color grade. It's really not that easy. So you can use these in lieu of color grading in post. So all in all, I think this is a really good step for Nikon. They're kind of like playing catch up a little bit with Fuji and other brands who have already put these really good film simulations out there. It's not that there wasn't film simulations in the camera, in the Nikon Zf and other cameras. It's just they honestly kind of suck. The ones that come with the camera, not that great. I never used them. So there were third-party websites you could use and download, and I tried those. And again, I didn't really like them. But the ones that Nikon's provided with this, as you can see, they're through creators. So these are ones that people have probably actually find they're using. So they seem to be good, not too crazy, and actually kind of like add another dimension to the photos. So I think it's a great step that Nikon's going in. I just wish if somehow it'd be easier to get them onto the camera. Maybe you can just download them onto your card, slide that in, and have them automatically go up or something like that. Because I think people who are even less technically inclined than, say, myself, and I'm not, you know, I'm not that bad, might have a pretty difficult time getting these on your camera. So if you do want to do this, you know, look at a good step-by-step guide somewhere on YouTube for that. Not this video, because I was swearing my butt off when I was doing this, and try to get them on there, because in the end, there's something fun to play with. If you shoot raw JPEG, you get the RAWs, you don't have to worry about making a mistake or picking the wrong one. So yeah, just enjoy it, have fun, and I think, yeah, like I said, for beginner photographers, people who want to play with a bit more film style, these are really great, and they can be quite creative and something fun to play with. So yeah, hope that helps. If you do have some favorite ones on there that you think that look really cool, maybe for my style of photography or not, leave a comment down below. I'd love to check them out. And this is something I think I'll be playing with for a while. But yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, cheers, check it out. Thanks.